Reading is something that we have been doing for most of our lives, and therefore it is unlikely that we remember how we learned to do it, pay much attention to how we actually do it, or if we are doing it in the most effective way. How we read, which is largely influenced by the type of document we are reading and the degree of importance we attach to it, plays a large part in how much what we have read we then remember. In many situations this may not be too important, but when our reading is for the purpose of passing an exam, remembering information is crucial. Depending on what it is we are reading, we will unconsciously decide how much attention we give to it, depending on its importance. For example, we will likely take more time and pay more attention to a letter from our bank telling us about an increase to the charges on our account than to a list of films showing next week at our local cinema. If we can be aware of how we are actually reading in each situation and, if necessary, make modifications in different circumstances and with different materials, we can greatly improve our reading skills, get more from the activity, improve our memories, and make best use of the reading time we have available. The more aware we are of the different ways we read, the more we will be able to select the most appropriate method for the material in question. Tony Buzan, a leading author about the skill of reading, has identified that there are 7 initial stages of reading which we are taught formally at school. As we read, our eyes make small and regular jumps from one fixation point to another, usually a word. Information is absorbed during the pauses between these small jumps, with each pause lasting between a quarter and 1.5 seconds. It is only by developing all of the 7 stages equally and analysing the pauses between these small jumps that we become fully effective readers. There are a number of techniques that can be used to develop our reading abilities and give us options for different uses in different situations. These include rapid survey, is it relevant, up to date, what I need now? Sampling, examining the introduction and headings for relevance, usefulness and suitability. Skim reading, obtaining a high-level picture of the overall content. Scanning, obtaining only certain specific information. Selection, focusing on only what is specific to your need. Detailed reading, full concentration to absorb and then recall information. Rapid reading, skipping parts to establish what happens next. Speed reading, ultra-fast skimming. By developing these different techniques and applying them appropriately to different reading situations, not only will reading become more effective, but also more enjoyable. Speed reading is a technique which can quickly put information into the short-term memory by attempting a number of techniques. Reducing the time of pauses between words, consciously not skipping backwards, attempting to increase the number of words we read at one time, and using an object as a guide for the eyes. Our ability to read, understand and retain information is also influenced by the environment. Depending on the purpose of your reading, this may mean that you have to plan ahead for doing it and considering the what, when and where. SQ3R is a technique for reading and remembering. The 5 stages of survey, question, read, recall and review are particularly effective when our reading demands that we can recall large amounts of detailed information. With electronic materials, consider changing the fonts and text sizes and altering the positioning and/or resolution of the screen. Reading is no different from any other activity we do. To do it well, we need to practice. Practice with the correct information and techniques, and perhaps most importantly, want to improve. If you would like more information about developing the different types of reading and get activities to help you do this, these are available within our How to Improve Your Reading Skills course within the Learning to Learn package of modules.